Hello students. Now let us look at the types of the tables. So tables can be classified according to their purpose, nature or number of the characteristics as follows. So depending upon the purpose for which you are constructing the table, the nature of the data or the number of characteristics, that is the variables or attributes present in the data, the table can be classified into three categories. The first one is a simple or a one-way table. The second one is a two-way table, or third one is the manifold table. So let us look at them one by one. First one is simple or a one-way table. If only one characteristic is represented in the table, then it is called as a simple or one-way table. For example, the employees of an organization can be presented according to their ages or marital status or category of work or any other. Okay, so in a simple table you are just representing one characteristic. Okay, so just one variable. So such a table is called as a simple or one way table. So one variable and their respective figures or frequencies. Okay, let us look at an example here. The residents of a certain locality can be classified according to their occupation as office assistants, businessmen, teachers, bank employees in total. So occupations and number of residents. So in a locality, if there are say 100 people, so out of them some will be office assistants, some will be businessmen, some will be teachers and some will be bank employees. So in total they will be 100. So this is how a simple or a one-way table looks like. So here there is only one entity, that is occupation. So occupations are different for different people. So these are the different occupations and this is the frequency of different occupations. So this is your typical one-way table. Next type of table that we have is two-way table. So if two characteristics are represented in a table, then it is called as a two-way table. Here either the stub or a caption, both are divided into two coordinate parts. Okay. So two-way tables means here instead of one characteristic we are representing two characteristics. Okay. So let us look at an example here. Again, if you consider the previous example here, this example would be further subdivided into like this. So occupation, office assistants, businessmen, teachers, bank employees. So the total here will be 100. Now the number of residents there, it has been divided into with respect to gender, men and women. So office assistants in the given number of people in the locality, how many of them are men and how many of them are women. Similarly, businessmen, how many of them are men and how many of them are women. Similarly, teachers, how many of them are men and women. Bank employees, men and women. So suppose say men are 49 and women are 51. So 49 and 51, that would be total of 100. So this is how a two-way table looks like. So either occupation or number of residents is again split. Okay. You can take the men and women here as well. So office assistants, men, women, businessmen, men, women, teachers, men, women. Okay. So this is your two-way table. Next one will be manifold table. That is, if more than two characteristics are represented in a table, then it is called as a manifold table. Here stubs or captions are divided into two or more parts. Okay. So in the one way table we just had one variable or one characteristic occupation. So in two-way table we had divided that occupation into gender basis, men and women. So in manifold table you can further again differentiate with another characteristic. So here they have taken marital status. So let us look at this example how it is represented in the form of a table. So this is how a manifold table would look like or would appear. Okay, so blank table represents the residents of a locality according to their occupation. sex and marital status. Observe here, table number is given and title is given. So here the number of residents would be your captions. So the column headings here. So these are the married, single, total, men, women, married, single, total. These are called as sub captions. So whatever the number you are writing here, it represents the number of married men. Whatever the numbers you are writing here, it represents the single men. And whatever the number of numbers you are writing here, it represents the total of these two categories. Okay, and these are your stubs. These are your captions and these are your stubs. Column headings and these are row headings. Okay, and footnote and source. So this is a blank table. Okay, so now here there are three characteristics taken. One is occupation, which is written here. Another one is number of residents, that has been divided into gender. Gender is an other characteristic here. Another characteristic that has been taken here is the marital status. Okay, so married and single and total. You are writing them together. So here this entire subgroup gives you the statistics of men. This entire subgroup gives you the statistics of women, and this gives you the statistics of total together. Okay. So here the total that you get is of number of office persons who are married single, and number of businessmen who are married single, number of teachers who are married single, number of bankers who are married and single. If you want to know how many men are there, you can refer here. If you want to know how many women are there, either married or single, you can refer here. If you want the total number, you can total number of married or single, you will be getting that here. So this gives you office, businessmen, teachers, and here the total is of this total is of married men, this total is of single men, and this is the overall total of married and single men. So this is the total of men in the given locality. Similarly, this column gives the total of married women, this column gives you the total of single women, and this column together gives you the total of married and single women. Similarly, this table gives you the total married, that is among men and women, the total married. This single gives you the singles among men and women, the total singles, and this is the grand total of this total and this total. So if you add these two totals, you will get the total here. Here it will be the entirely the grand total of the table. Suppose if we have surveyed 100, then whatever the numbers here are there, they all should be amounting to 100. Okay, so this is how a manifold table looks like. Another example here. So prepare a blank table showing the particulars relating to students of a college classified according to faculty, sex and age group. So here they chosen three characteristics. So the students pertaining to the two faculties, commerce and science, so based upon gender, boys and girls, and respective age groups, that is below 18 years, 18 to 20 years and above 20 years. Okay, so again they have chosen the three characteristics here: faculty, gender and age group. So the table has been written like this. So according to the age groups, below 18, 18 to 20 and 20 and above total. So here faculty again is divided into commerce and science. Again commerce and science has been divided into boys and girls total, boys and girls total, boys and girls total. The same table can also be written like this. So instead of writing age groups here, you can write boys, girls and total. So below commerce, you can write below 18, 18 to 20, 20 and above total. So below science, you can write below 18, 18 to 20, 20 and above total. So below total, you can write below 18, 18 to 20, 20 and above and total. But that could take more space. Hence, writing like this would be more convenient. So you can change the table and write it in any form you want. Just you have to classify it properly. So this part of the table gives you the details of commerce. So in commerce faculty, how many boys are there? The total is written here. How many girls are there? The total is written here. This total of the totals gives you the total number of commerce students. So here this section gives you the total number of boys, girls of science faculty, and this grand total gives you number of boys and number of girls belonging to different age groups. So in this cell, you are writing the number of boys of below 18. In this cell, you are writing the number of boys from the age 18 to 20. Similarly, you are writing the girls below 18 here, 18 to 20 here, 20 and above here, and the total here. So if you add these two totals, you will be getting this grand total. So this is how you are representing a manifold table. So basically manifold table is when you want to represent more than two characteristics, that is usually three or even greater than that, then you are using a manifold table. Okay, so this is your different types of tables: one way table, two way table, and manifold table.